Folks, Michael Burry has spoken. This is insane. We have a lot to break down in this video. We just got some big moves that Michael Burry just made in the last quarter based on the 13F filing that just came out today. So if you all find value, hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe. And don't forget to get up to 16 stocks for Moo, the sponsor of today's video. Check out the details linked down below. And feel free to check out my Patreon, guys, if you want to see me build out the private Patreon portfolio, which I've been doing for a couple of months now. That's linked down below as well. There's a bunch of other perks on Patreon as well. And with that being said, folks, cheers. We have a lot to get into in this video, and let's just dive right into it. So I love getting the 13F filings from these big super investors, if you will, Charlie Munger, Warren Buffett, Michael Burry. There's a bunch of other ones that I like and I like to see and track, because you get to see all the moves that particular person, that fund really is just, a fund or a business, right? Like Berkshire Hathaway, it's a holding company. But you get to see all the moves that were made, the buys, the sells, the big bets. So that's what we're going to talk about in this video for Mr. Michael Burry, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Big Short himself. And a lot of people actually hate Michael Burry because they're like, oh, Michael Burry, he only, called one big he only had one big call, which I guess that does make sense. I mean, he did get famous off shorting the housing market, right? The Big Short, that movie was made pretty much based on that, right? And I'm not sure. I'm sure he's had a lot of other calls that have gone well as well. I mean, I don't track Michael Burry that heavily, but a lot of people hate on the guy, right? A lot of people hate on the guy, but at the same time, a lot of people love the guy. So let's see what ended up happening, guys. And you can see here at the top, this is what ended up happening. Holy smokes. Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? He bought SPY and triple Q puts, which means he thinks the stock market's going to go down. So in other words, he is buying options that are essentially saying, all right, I'm betting on the stock market to go down. I'm not sure exactly which ones he bought. There is a Benzinga article here that we'll take a look at in a second that does have those prices. I'm not sure if those are correct, though. I don't know. We'll see. But he's going essentially short SPY and triple Q, which SPY is the S&P 500 and triple Q is, well, the NASDAQ 100, the big tech stocks, right? And this is a massive position, $885 million in SPY puts, $738 million in triple Q puts. And the crazy thing is, if it's not crazy or it's not already crazy, it gets even crazier. This is 93% of the portfolio, guys. Are you kidding me? This is insane. He's going all in pretty much against the overall stock market. Obviously, he thinks it's overvalued and he wants another big short type of moment. I mean, $880 million in SPY puts, $738 million in triple Q puts. That is what, 1.5 billion freaking dollars, guys. This is a massive, massive bet. It's not like it's with a quarter of the portfolio, 10% of the portfolio, half of the portfolio. It's with 93% of the portfolio, which is just unbelievable. And again, like I said on this Benzinga article, let me zoom in here. It says Burry opened 20,000 put options on the SPY at roughly $225 per contract. I'm not sure the details though, like the strike price, the date. That's very important. When do these expire? Is it next month or is it 3 years from now? That makes a massive difference. I believe they're probably longer term. There's no way these expire next week, guys. I mean, come on. Are you kidding me? These probably expire, in a long time from now. I don't know. But based on this Benzinga article, 20,000 put options on SPY at roughly $225 per contract and 20,000 put options on the triple Q at roughly $270 per contract. Unfreaking real. This is a huge trade that Burry just put in, and who knows, maybe it's just a short-term trade. He might, honestly, that's probably what's going to happen. For all we know, he could already be out. We don't know. This 13F, it's pretty much shows the trading of the past, couple of weeks, months or whatever. So he could already be out. I mean, for all we know, he bought these a month ago, 3 weeks ago, 8 weeks ago, or maybe like 6 weeks ago. I don't know. Assuming he's still in this position right now, I mean, he could be playing this for maybe a 2-week play, maybe a 2-month play, a month out. Who the heck really knows, guys? Or it could be a longer term stance like, okay, I'm holding these puts. Well, then again, it comes down to when they expire. But let's say they expire a year from now, for example, or 2 years, whatever. Let's say he's holding these puts for a longer period of time. Maybe he has a stance that over the next 6 to 12 months, markets are going to dump with, puts that maybe expire 2 years from now. He doesn't have to panic with the time decay the closer it gets to expiration. It all depends on, again, when those puts expire. But either way, this could be a short-term trade. We don't know. Or it could be a longer-term stance that the market is just way overvalued and he thinks it's going to crash in the next year or so. I don't know. But either way, that is a massive move that Burry is making right now. And this is under his asset management company. I forget what they're called. Scion. Yeah, Scion Asset Management. This currently has $1.7 billion in managed 13F securities with 93% of that being in puts on Triple Q and SPY, which is just insane. I can't even believe that. And let's see, what other moves did he make? He also closed out some positions, smaller positions, anything small compared to what he just did now. But he closed out, it looks like NOV, which I'm not sure what that is. That Nova... actually, I have no idea what that is. NOV Inc., OVV, so a couple energy companies, Wells Fargo, some finance, some industrials, more energy, more finance. So it looks like he's getting out of a bunch of these energy finance stocks, and he's adding, let me see what he's adding to. Looks like he's adding the GOCI, which is, I believe, Cigna. Yeah, that's right. And some new positions for Burry. Excuse me, guys. Obviously, SPY and Triple Q, which we covered. Those are the puts. And he also just added EXPE, which is Expedia. And by the way, guys, speaking of Expedia, if you use that Moomoo link down below, depending on how much money you actually deposit onto their platform, you could get a free share of Expedia or Tesla. I think it's if you fund your account with at least $5,000, I believe you get a free share of either Tesla or Expedia on top of 15 other stocks, each up to $2,000. But if you don't want to fund your account with at least $5,000, I mean, that is a good chunk of change. If you fund your account with at least $100, guys, you get 5 stocks, each up to $2,000 with just a $100 deposit. And if you don't like the Moomoo platform, guys, you can just take out your money, withdraw it. It is simple, literally risk-free. You get some free stocks. It also helps out the channel. I appreciate you all, as always. So use that link down below or go to stocksarefest.com/Moomoo. Just a little plug in here, guys. And yeah, he added Expedia. He's also, he did add, let's see what else. CHTR, which is Charter Communications, Generic Holdings, CVS, MGM. Let's see some other ones here that you guys will recognize. Probably WBD, which is Warner Brothers. He added $4.7 million of that stock. Anything else that stands out here? Let's come back up here. How much did he add to Expedia? Looks like he added $10 million of Expedia. Wow, it looks like 100,000 shares. That's actually a decent chunk. Well, then again, it's only 0.6% of the portfolio, but he added that. CVS, 6.9, almost $7 million position, pretty solid. That's about 0.4% of the portfolio. So, yeah, guys, what do you think? Burry is going short, essentially, here on the markets, and he's pretty much claiming that the market is very overvalued and that he's, looking to make some money on the downside. So does that mean everybody out there, you, me, we're all going to go out there and buy puts now? Absolutely not. Just because one of these super investors out there, or whatever you want to call them, right? Just because they go and make a move doesn't mean we have to go and buy blindly. That's not the purpose of this video. It's just to show you guys kind of where a super investor's head is at. And the thing you have to realize is with these 13F filings, I touched upon this earlier in the video, these moves were made not yesterday or today. These moves were made whether it was 3 weeks ago, a month and a half ago. It was during this period, during the last quarter, right? So these moves could have already, he could have already gotten out of these for all we know. But a lot of people see these 13F filings and they go blindly do these trades as well, which is not a smart thing to do. So don't do that. Do not do that. I'm not doing that. Well, I can't tell you what to do. I'm for sure not doing that. I'm not blindly following anybody. I'm not telling you guys what to do. But come on, use some common sense, guys. Be careful out there. I mean, that's kind of just the message here for me to you at the end of this video. So yeah, with that being said, if you enjoyed it, hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, and do not forget to get your free money from Moomoo, up to 16 stocks, each up to $2,000. Link down below. Feel free to check out my Patreon as well if you guys want to see me build out my Patreon portfolio, which is doing pretty well, and you want to be a part of the Discord chat, you want more access to me throughout the day, you want to see my charts and ideas throughout the day, throughout the week as well. All of that is on Patreon, and it's pretty cheap, guys. Pretty good deal, at least in my opinion. Check out that link, and with that being said, cheers. I'll see you guys later.